Now we'll come to the next topic, that is external environment. Okay, what is external environment for a manager? So for a manager, whichever enterprise he is working, the external environment factors are very much important because he have to identify what are his external factors. After identification, he must learn how to respond to them or how to make a decision based upon the external factors. So whichever organization a manager is working in, he has to be careful about the external factors because he is not in a position to change these external factors. All these external factors, whichever technological, economical, ethical, whichever it is, he cannot change these external factors, but he can only respond to them. So how he is going to respond to these external factors is very important. Then only he can make a proper decision on the working of his enterprise. Now coming to the term pluralistic society. What we mean by pluralistic society is that there may be many organized group which is going to represent different interests. Okay, these groups, these organized groups, they will be aware of their other group activities. But each of the group will be functioning independently. No group is going to have amount of power on the other group, but they will be aware of the other group activities. That is, each group is going to represent a unique interest. So it is very difficult for a manager to work in such a pluralistic society. Okay, so for a manager, he have to consider all the external factors and he's working in a pluralistic society. So he has to satisfy all his stakeholders. There may be many stakeholders or claimants in his organization. So he have to satisfy, make all the arrangements in order to work for this pluralistic society. Then only without any conflicts he will be able to achieve the goals in his organization. Now coming to the first external environment, technological and innovative environment. So by means of technological environment, we mean the sum total of knowledge we are having. That is the vast store of our organized knowledge. Speaking in terms of manager, how he is going to find a design or how he is going to produce or distribute his goods and services. Okay, so the sum total of knowledge represents the technological environment. It is a way of doing things. We know what is the innovation, finding of entire new products, services, process, ideas or combining. That is, we are going to innovate, or that is finding something new which was already not existing in the market. Examples are given for product innovation, service innovation, process innovation, etc. Incremental innovation. We can also give other examples of our own. For example, like that of the Amazon, etc. Okay. So here we have given an example for the Apple's phone, Apple's tunes, etc. for product innovation, service innovation, etc. Then another type of innovation is the incremental innovation, where the existing knowledge is being used for continuously making a change or improving our products and services. Another type of innovation is the disruptive or breakthrough innovation. That is, we are going to use new method, material, product or services. Okay. So when we are going to already update our knowledge, existing knowledge, it is called as an incremental innovation. When completely we are going to use a new method, technique or product, it is called as a breakthrough or a disruptive innovation. So technological and innovative environment is very important for a manager because his product should be updated according to the current trend. Otherwise, his competitor may lead the market. So he should be updated in a high manner about all the technological developments which is being currently trending in the market. Next environment is the ecological environment. What we mean by ecology? It means a relationship of people and other living things with their environment such as soil, water, air, etc. So here pollution is the problem. All these things they are getting polluted by means of industrial waste. So as a manager, he should be aware of all such pollution which can occur due to his industry. He must be aware of all the laws and regulations which is existing. He must be abiding by all these laws and he should take care that minimum pollution should occur due to his industry operations. Okay, you can give many examples in which manager have violated all these things and have not considered the ecological environment. Okay, here example is given in, you can also add another examples for like example like endosulfan, etc. So he should abide by all the rules and take care that no soil, water, air pollution is occurring. Now, next important external environment, social environment. We know that there are obviously many stakeholders or claimants to the organization. The social responsibility of a manager is not only associated with the business, but also with government, universities, non-profitable foundation, charitable organization, etc. We have to understand that whichever institution we are working in, we have to do something good for our society also. That is, we are all socially responsible. Okay, so it is a very important term. Maybe you have already heard of it. Corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility means that as an organization or as an individual, our corporate is also responsive to the society. We are responsible to our society and we should do good to the society and should not do any harm to our society. Okay. So another important thing regarding social environment is our responsiveness. Okay. How do we respond to the social environment? We can relate our company operations in such a manner that it is going to mutually benefit both our company as well as the society. For example, when many crises occur, we could actually help our society in such a manner that our company name is also getting boosted, but at the same time society is also getting some advantage from it. So here example is given. Sudha Murthy, wife of Narayana Murthy, CEO Infosys, has arranged to give library facility and computers for government schools in Karnataka. Okay, so if our college has done something during the flood, it is equally going to benefit our college as well as the society. Okay, for example, like building homes, it has benefited both of us. So that is what you mean by social responsiveness. Relating to social environment, how we are going to respond to the society in which we are living. Now, another important external environment is the ethical environment. We all know the term, what is ethics? Okay, coming to the side of manager, it is the rules and principles decided by the upper management to spell out what is right and what is wrong in an organization. So whatever profit the managers are aiming to make, okay, they should abide within the rules and laws. Okay, they should not follow any unethical practices. That is what is stated here. They have to conform to professional and legal standards of conduct. Okay, they should in no way support the unethical practices in the organization, and they should also promote their workers to follow the ethics. Another important term to be understood here is a whistleblowing. Whistleblowing is a process by which an employee refuses to engage in and or reports illegal or wrongful activities of his employer or fellow employees. That is, if you are an employee working in an organization and if we do not agree to certain set of practices which is being followed in our organization, or if we find that our organization has taken a wrong decision, an unethical decision, we can report it to a whistleblowing community. This community is a non-profit organization in order to take care that a society is not being harmed and all our organization work is carried out. Okay, work is performed following to ethical standards. Okay, so it is a non-profit organization, the whistleblowing community. So if we want to report the wrongful activities of our organization, we can have a assurance that our job is not being lost or we are being taken care. So a whistleblowing is an employee who refuse to engage in such an unethical activity and can report such activity to such a community. Now another important external environment, economic environment. Okay, economic environment again can be subdivided as microeconomic environment and macroeconomic environment. Okay, so the external factors in business market and a broader economy that can influence a business. Microeconomic environment is the one environment which is affecting our business decision making, such as our individual action of the firms and consumers, like demand, supply, competitors, distribution chain, etc. Maybe suddenly our product in the market may be replaced with a competitor product. Maybe the sudden trend or the fashion of the people may have changed. So all those are microeconomic environment factors. Okay, macroeconomic environment factors affect an entire economy. Okay, and all the participants are being affected. For example, if a sudden inflation, deflation, or if suddenly new taxes are being imposed or tax rate has suddenly changed. So all those are coming under macroeconomic environment. So the economic environment is very important for a manager. At last we come to the environment, political and legal environment in which a manager can do nothing to change it. Okay, but manager can only actually react. All these external factors, obviously a manager can only react to it. The most importantly for a political environment, there are many risks involved. There can be internal political risk as well as external political risk. Internal political risk is going to include corruption, weak rule of law, social fragmentation, etc. External political risk concerns that of intergovernmental relation. For example, it will affect in activities such as export, import, etc. If suddenly we are having new trade agreements which is being imposed, it can be a problem. So dispute can arise. For example, like that of the trans-border trade, business, etc. The national legal system provides a substantive law and court structure which most directly affect the business. So multinational enterprises which is operating in different countries, they are subjected to national law in each. Each companies will be having their own laws in whichever country they are staying. In addition to that, the external political consider also the laws of the other countries as well.